somewhere beyond Neptune, a mystery has been puzzling astronomers for decades. This is because a few of the most distant objects and sednoids we found aren't orbiting quite the way we'd expect. Their paths are off, they're clustering in odd directions. It's as if something massive, something we haven't seen yet, is tugging at them. This is where the mystery Planet 9 begins. It's not a planet we photographed or even directly observed yet. It's a theory, an idea born from math and motion. Astronomers noticed these strange orbits and asked, what if something big is hiding out there, something that's throwing off the balance at the edge of the solar system? To find out, a group of scientists in Japan launched what they called the Fossil Project. Their goal was to search for a faint, distant object that could help them map out the outer reaches of the solar system, and hope through this they would be able to point the way towards this hidden world. They used the Subaru telescope and Mauna Kea, one of the most powerful instruments we have for wide-field deep sky surveys. They weren't really expecting any easy answers. The odds of spotting Planet 9 directly were low. But if they could find one more of these far-out objects, one with unusual orbits, that might just help narrow things down, finally giving us the clues we've been missing. And then, during a set of observations taken in 2023, they noticed something. A tiny point of light in the data, barely there at all, moved just enough over time to suggest it wasn't a background star or galaxy. This was something closer, something orbiting our sun. It was later confirmed with follow-up observations and even tracked backwards in old telescope images dating back to 2005, so they decided it was time for the object to get its formal designation, 2023 KQ-14. But astronomers started calling it something much more fitting, Ammonite. Ammonite is a small distant world, but probably only around 220 to 380 kilometers across. Not quite a dwarf planet, but not quite an asteroid either. But what really caught the researchers' attention wasn't its size, it was where it was located. Ammonite is what we call a sednoid. These are the most remote, most isolated objects we've ever found in our solar system. It never gets closer than about 66 times the distance between the Earth and the Sun, and at its farthest, it swings at more than about 250 times that distance. That's an orbit so wide, it takes around 4,000 years to complete. Only 3 other sednoids have ever been discovered: Sedna, Lellakauana, and the 2012 VP113. These objects don't just hang out beyond Neptune. They exist in a region where no known planet has the gravitational reach to shape their orbits. That's part of why Planet 9 was proposed in the first place. And here's where things get interesting. Most of the sednoids we found seem to cluster. Their orbits line up in a way that suggests they're being herded or influenced by something bigger. That's been one of the key arguments for Planet 9, that there's a giant planet out there keeping these objects in check with its gravity. But Ammonite doesn't follow that pattern. Its orbit points to the opposite direction. It's anti-aligned, basically meaning it's tilted in position in a way that breaks from the group. And that's huge. It doesn't exactly disprove Planet 9, but it does complicate the picture. If there really is a hidden planet out there, it might be farther than we thought, or on a much weirder orbit, or maybe it's not even a planet at all. Some scientists have speculated it could be a primordial black hole, but with the mass of several Earths, drifting somewhere in the outreaches of our solar system. Or maybe there's no single Planet 9 at all. Maybe the orbits of these sednoids were shaped long ago by something else. Maybe even a close pass by another star, or even another planet that got ejected from our solar system in its chaotic early days. That's the thing about space. Sometimes the more you learn, the less you're sure of. But even if Ammonite didn't bring us closer to Planet 9 in the way we had hoped, it's still a major discovery. It's another rare data point in a part of a solar system we're only beginning to understand. It's almost like a fossil from the early days of our solar system. Simulations suggest that Ammonite has been on its current path for over 4.5 billion years. That means it's been orbiting the sun like this since the very beginning, before Earth had continents, before the moon was even formed. Ammonite's discovery tells us a few important things. First, it confirms that these extremely distant objects are out there. We're just scratching the surface. Second, it shows that not all of them follow the same rules. That means our theories need to evolve. And third, it proves that the method works. Systematic sky surveys, frame-by-frame comparison, and following up on the faintest possible motions, that's how you find something like this. What does this mean for the future? Well, the more sednoids we find, the better we'll understand their distribution and their dynamics, and even their history. That'll help us figure out whether Planet 9 is real, or if the outer solar system's odd behavior is the result of something even more exotic. Ammonite might not be the planet we were looking for. It's not big, it's not flashy, and it certainly isn't going to reset any textbooks by itself. But it matters, because science is a puzzle, and the only way to see the bigger picture is by collecting more pieces. Each discovery is another piece, and this one, orbiting quietly beyond Neptune for billions of years, waiting to be found, is one of the most important yet. It reminds us that even in our own solar system, we've only just begun to explore, that the outer edges of the sun's influence are filled with history, with relics, with traces of what came before. And it reminds us of some of the best discoveries don't answer our biggest questions right away, but help us ask better ones. We may still find Planet 9, or maybe we won't, but thanks to Ammonite, we're one step closer to understanding what's really going on out there. And that's enough to keep looking, because in the darkness beyond the planets, something is waiting. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more content like this, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.